Do you guys feel like it was frustrating tonight? Was it? I mean, there were some good things, obviously, but getting behind is always tough to come back out of a deficit.
Yeah, it feels like it's we're having a bit of a tough go of it, maybe in the last week. But like you said, there was good things tonight, but there's also a lot of things that we need to clean up for sure. Um, Going behind, a bunch of games in a row now is obviously not what we want. So that's probably the first thing we need to dial in. But like I said, there's a lot of stuff that we need to focus on right now, and we're gonna get ready for the weekend.
For the third period, you guys had a huge push. How was the energy on the bench?
Yeah, it was better, but we need to do that throughout the whole game. I don't think that we get down and then we find our legs and find some energy. I think that's a bad game plan. So I think we need to come out with that a lot earlier and more often.
It had been a while since you scored the first goal, not necessarily you, but just you guys as a team. But what was that like on the bench when you guys get that first one after a tough weekend in Colorado?
It's good to break the slump, but obviously I don't think our response was good enough. So I don't know. There were some good things tonight, but it's still pretty disappointing.
For you, it seemed like you had a lot of looks at the net. Obviously, had a bunch of chances there. How did you feel tonight?
I felt all right tonight. I wish I could have done more. Matty V made some good saves on me, so he's going to get a mean text message from me tonight. But wish some of those would have went in, obviously. But I thought my line was pretty good tonight with Studs and Dre. They're easy to play with and good players, so I thought we're all right.
Speaking of Matty V, felt like he got better throughout the game. Is that something that you know him so well that you expect out of him, or just tonight he had a good night?
Oh, he's a great goalie. He was a great goalie here for us, and he's been a great goalie for them. So we knew he's a tough goalie to score on. Obviously, so just try to capitalize on some opportunities. He made some great saves tonight, but we got to work to get those in, I think.
In Colorado, you were on a line with Hellenius. Today, it was Stunica again after Hellenius gets the call up. Do you feel as though when Stunica is on your line as your centerman, that the offensive production from you in the line is overall just better?
I'm not sure. I think it's just a bit different. Obviously, Big Sammy and Studs are two different players, but they're two great players. They're two centermen I love to play with. They both have, attributes that the other one maybe doesn't have, but it's fun to play with them both. So I don't know if anything like that goes up or down, but it's just a bit different.
As a line with you and Sammy Fagimo, what's that like, just playing with them? And you guys constantly generate chances, but obviously tonight didn't go well. What do you guys look for on the ice to generate those offensive chances?
Just trying to execute our plays and play with speed and play it's pretty cliche, but a pretty north-south game. We don't try to get too fancy, but we try to win the blue line battles and get in the offensive zone and make plays down there. So that's sort of just the game plan.
You haven't been on his line necessarily all the time, but you've played with Frankie. What have you noticed about his game? Seems like he's getting more and more confidence and more chances.
Absolutely. He's he's been here for a couple of years. You forget he's still a young kid, but he plays with a lot of jump and a lot of emotion, and he plays so fast. So he's been doing great. I got nothing but good things to say about Frankie.